Welcome to the Indigo Church. I'm happy that you're here, and I hope you stay a while. But this video, we obviously got something beautiful and all that, and that's cool. But I want to talk about hope for a minute because it's very important. And like low key, I had like a rough week for a minute, but then it got so much better. And all right, so let me just tell you a little story. So I'm at work. I'm having such a bad day. I just feel horrible, right? I was kind of lacking hope, I feel. Um, Even today, I'm kind of struggling. Like, I just feel like I just don't feel good. Like, I don't want to pump out negativity. I want to pump out positivity, but just feeling like I hate myself. I hate the way I look. I hate what I'm doing. I don't think none of the stuff I do is good. I just keep telling myself all these bad things, and it's just horrible. And I was having one of those days where I just felt like that. And this is something I never used to really deal with, but I don't know. I'm just starting to feel bad about myself sometimes. And I was feeling bad like all day. Like nothing could make me feel good or get out of this funk. Like all the songs that usually make me happy and stuff, like I'm just like I hate them. I don't even like these songs. Like everything is bad, and I'm just in that bad mindset, and it's just crazy. Like inside, I'm like dying inside, having like the worst day ever, and it's just me and this guy from Ukraine or Uzbekistan. It's me and this Uzbekistan guy, right? And it's just me and him on a job all week. Usually we got bigger crews, but it was just me and him because we both can get a lot done, and we did get a lot done. And he like he's like a really good man, right? He's very uh good spirited and good hearted and stuff. And he said something really heartfelt to me like during the end of the day at some point. He was like, I really like working with you. And it was just the way it came across, because like he doesn't really give people props like that very often or stuff like that, and when he does, it's usually like more in a joking manner, but he really just said it like I really enjoy working with you. And I'm like this is crazy, like that someone appreciates me and wants to be around me and wants to work with me when I don't even want to work with myself. Like I hate myself. Like I've been struggling all day, and this dude is like, I really like working with you, but it just hit me different. And I was like, it's crazy how I could be dying inside, but I'm still having a positive impact on the people around me, and they enjoy my presence and my company. It just makes you feel a little bit better about yourself, because I might not be enjoying my own presence or my own company at the time. I'm not enjoying my existence here on earth, but someone is. And to be able to do it for them, because at that point, and then it happened yesterday. I get a call from him, an emergency situation, got to go back to the job after hours, and he couldn't go because he was already on his way, like to New York or something. I guess family were doing like the Bronx Zoo or something, and so I get this emergency phone call like, um, the painters like moved the washing machine. This is getting a little too in depth. The painters moved the washing machine, and the drain hose, they took it out to paint and stuff, and then they didn't put the drain hose back in. So when this lady went to run her wash, all the water from the washing machine, the drain hose was just hanging on top of the floor. It wasn't back in the hole, so the water just flooded. And this job was just done. We just finished the job this week, and so it was a mess. And I had to go there and do all that, but I already had plans. I was already in the middle of doing something after work, but it's that it's that sacrificial love, like the relationship aspect of it. If it was somebody else at work that called me, I don't know if I probably would have told them the truth. Like I'm already busy, but this this guy at my work, that I've been working with all week, and he started to really like enjoy me as a person and enjoy working with me every day on like a real like level. And he's the one that calls me about the emergency, and I'm like, all right, this sounds important. I'm gonna go and do that. I'm gonna text you when I'm headed there. So I went and did it, and it's really is is doing things not for yourself, because sometimes I don't have it in me. Like, I've been contemplating like different stuff all the time, like just bad stuff, like just feeling like nothing's worth it, and I should just leave right now. Like, I don't even need to be here. Like I'm just not, like, I'm not happy, so I should go do something different. And but I stay where I'm at and I persist, and then that light comes for me being patient and having faith and having trust and believing that I'm on the right path, even though I'm feeling so bad. And then something like that hits you, and it's like a breath of fresh air. And I don't know. I really am off the beat right now, and I don't really care. Whatever. If you're watching, whatever. If you're not, whatever. I don't really care anymore, bro. Like, I've just been struggling. This is a really tough week. So that's why I wanted to talk about hope, because there were times throughout this week where I had no hope, and then there was times where I had hope. And it's really through the hope that you have and the belief that you have that can make those songs sound good again, make life feel good again, is really that hope and that belief of something positive, you know? And like, I could be in a positive situation, not even, but it's your mind state could be a negative situation, no matter what positive things you're doing. And that's something that I've been struggling with recently. And so I just wanted to share that about hope. And it's just, and even there's another dude that I work with that really like believes in me without him even seeing the work I'm putting in. And just for someone to like have their full belief in you, and their confidence brings you confidence. Like, when they believe so much that you're just gonna do great things and be something great, and they just have that, I know it, not even I think you could do something great, I think you could be something great, but it's like, I know you're gonna be great. Like, when someone has that type of faith in you and that type of belief, it makes you start to believe in yourself in those times of not believing in yourself. You remember, but you'll be like, I'm not it, I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna do anything in my life, nothing is good. But then you'll remember, it's like it hits me in the back of my mind. It's like, but so and so said that I am, and he believes in me. Like, not that many people know me, but the people that have started to know me believe in me and enjoy my presence and my company and stuff. And that's something that really is important, and I hang on to. So I've been kind of just ranting. I don't typically do that, but whatever. I don't know. So, without further ado, let's get into this video, even though we're 8 minutes into it, of me probably just spouting off way too much, reiterating, and whatever. So, this week we did John chapter 17. We're going in chronological order. Obviously, last week was John 16. So, this chapter was great. I read it like 3 times. I really should just start reading a chapter of the Bible every single day, because it really makes you feel good. It makes you feel on the right path. Like, I do read the Bible every day, but usually just like a verse, like a daily verse type of thing. And then like Saturday is my day where I like read a chapter and then reflect on it and make these videos. But man, I've been having some rough days. I should start opening that Bible more and start reading, because like it really does bring a sense of peace in all the chaos. Like, it really does. So let's get into that. No one is watching anymore. Like, if you're watching, I doubt it. You're not. Like, no one's watching. But I'm talking regardless. So, so this is John 17, verse 3. And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. Now, this chapter was lit. I'm gonna just blow through all this and then just like talk more. So, John 17, verse 6. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. So that's talking about the people that were given Jesus, right? Like, you don't know Jesus until God leads you to Jesus, and then you're saved, right? So he's saying he's manifested his name into the men. I don't know. The Bible's confusing, bro. Like to try to read it word for word and like give you my reiteration as I do it, I can stop looking at the screen and I can tell you what it means, right? That's what I'll do right now. I like how I talk everything out loud. So basically, Bull is saying like, I'm gonna take you out the world, right? Because the world, I'm pretty much about to summarize the whole chapter, whatever. It's like, I'm about to take you out the world because I don't really like pray for this world, because this world is what it is, right? But the people that can come out of this world and be saved from this world and become one with me and my Father into that eternal peace, life eternal, my name will be manifested unto you and you will become me, and we will all be together. You will be just like God and Jesus. It will all be one. We could all be one creation manifested together, is what it's saying. Because basically he's praying for and then he's saying like, so he knows this world's bad, but he's not just going to take us out the world right now. He's just going to say, hey, let them be like a leading example in this world, right? So when they're manifested into this Christ-like being, and they can represent the love that God has in this world to inspire other people to change. And instead of praying them out of the world, he's praying all evil to be removed from our lives. And that's what happens. That's what happens through being saved. And that's truly what I believe. So that's really what most of the chapter's saying, but whatever. I keep saying whatever because you can just tell I'm in a mood. But I'm still happy. This video I'm bombing right now. Like, usually I'm so good at doing this. But bro, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. And like, it's not been all bad, trust. Like, it's been very good a lot of the time. But it's been, there was like a couple full days of just struggling. Like, just struggling. But just being strong through the struggle. Like, that's what it's all about. Like, and it feels good. And then you get to a point where you get that breath of fresh air and you look at all the work you've been doing through the struggle. It's easy to work when you're happy, but to put in good work for good things, for good people, for the glory of God, everything you're doing, and pursuing greatness through this world that is really hurting you all the time. And it's just beautiful when you get to a point where you see something that you've created, something you've done, and you can realize how beautiful it is and how beautiful the struggle was, because it ultimately led to something greater. I don't know. I lost for words. But doesn't matter. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world, and they have kept thy word. Yeah, they have kept thy word. So that's facts. So you get saved and you keep thy word by living this new life. You're a new person. You're a Christ-like being. Now you're keeping thy word in all your actions, everything you do. You're a different person. You have a different train of thought. You have a different perspective. And it's not juvenile anymore. It's no longer naive. It's no longer something that can be fooled or tricked in this world. It's something that can persevere amongst all the problems, and temptations are hard, but then you beat them and you feel good about it. But it's hard. The world's full of temptations, like, especially when you start getting right, like, stuff starts getting thrown at you, like stuff that you used to like really want back when you were juvenile, naive. Now these things are just freely getting thrown at you, because the devil's just like really casting that line hard to try to get you to come back into his vices. But and you turn them down, even though it's really hard, because you have those, like, it's like an addiction. It's like an addiction. You fight it every day because it's hard not to go back to things that once like made you happy. They never made you happy, but they gave you a fake sense of peace, right? A fake sense of something greater. But you can live every day with that peace and something greater. When you are denying the temptations, though it may be hard, you can do it. And you will do it. And then ultimately will be better off because of it. So it's just like anything hard in life that's good for you. There's nothing different here. Like working out, that's a great analogy. Like it's like it's like a constant but then ultimately you fall in love with the way it makes you feel, and you realize that it is for a greater good, and it is something good for you, and you fall in love with something that's good for you rather than something that's bad for you. It's easy to fall in love with things that are bad for you, and I use fall in love loosely there, because if you watched last week's video, you know how I feel about love in this world. It's really hard to come by, and most people say love when they really mean desire or lust or like or something like that. And I fall victim to doing that same thing. Like, I don't use the word love the way it's supposed to be used all the time, like I just did right there. And because really love is supposed to be unconditional and no limits. There's no terms to it. There's no expiration date to it. It just is. So now we got John 17 verses 8 through 9. For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So he's saying, like, they are God's. We're God's children, really. And he's saying he gave us the words that God gave him. Jesus is saying he's given us the words that God gave him. And they're not so much physical words as they are a way of life and a way of love in your heart and a newfound perspective for this world. And then when you take Jesus Christ, that's when he removes all the evil. And that's what I was just covering. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So we praise for the people of Jesus. So then he's saying, John 17, verse 11, and now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, that's us. And I am come to thee, he came to us. Holy Father, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. So that's what I was just talking about, how he's going to manifest us all to be like one with, like, you think about God, Jesus Christ, and Holy Spirit being one. We can be one as well with God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit by being saved. By being saved by God, and God leads you to Jesus Christ, and then you can really adapt a new perspective and way of living, and everything changes. So now John 17 verse 13, and now I come to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. So sorry. And now I come to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. So he's really like feeling like he wants his joy to be present in those that he saved, right? And that's really what that's saying. So now we got John 17, verses 14 through 15. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but thou shouldest keep them from the evil. It's crazy how they used to talk, right? Shouldest. Instead of saying, like, you should keep them from evil, he's like, but that thou shouldest keep them from evil. I'm not mocking the Bible, sorry, fudge. I didn't mean to do that. But it's wild, dude. This is hard to understand. You can't just talk in English, but I guess it was English back then, whatever. I mean, I guess it's why they make, like, new translations and stuff, but I believe the KJV is, like, the last real version of the Bible that, and then you just gotta take it for your own interpretation, I guess, because, like, I read this in plain English, even though I read it in Old English. So, I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but thou shouldest keep them from evil. It's pretty simple, honestly, but it's crazy how things evolve. And it's all the devil. It's devil speak. The devil makes us learn new stuff so then we can't be taught properly. Oh, and like nowadays, it's taking away your, I don't know if I should go down this rabbit hole, but you're like, your, what's that called? Span of attention or whatever, attention span. Everything's being formatted into short little dopamine hits. Bop, bop, scroll, scroll. 10-second video here, 20-second video here, 10-second. People can't focus. Movies are about to become extinct probably. Like, who's about to sit down and watch a whole movie anymore? We've been trained, we're being trained to only have short moments of joy followed by an endless search for something. And then, oh, it's another nice hit of joy, but then you just endless search for something. Oh, it's a nice little hit of joy, endless search. That's literally how life is before being saved. That's why I don't scroll. That's why I don't have Instagram on my phone. That's why I don't have these things. But I know how these things operate because I used to be of the world. And, like, Jesus will take you out the world. Like, you're going to be set apart. That's what being holy is. You're being set apart from the world. And the world's not going to like you no more because you're not like everybody else. There's a difference. People are still doing their endless search, and you have been found. So they're not really jiving with that. And that's all right. Totally fine. We're not here to have everybody love us. We're here to love everybody. That was hella good. That was really good. We're not here to have everybody love us. We're here to love everybody. Quote of the day. Quote of the day, boy. I'm so corny sometimes, yo. As soon as I looked at the camera and said quote of the day, I was like, dude, you are so corny. But I love it, though. I think it's funny. I would laugh at myself. I do laugh at myself. You probably just seen it. Where am I? We're just going to say John 17, verses 17 through 18. Sanctify them through thy truth. Preach, brother. Thy word is truth. The word is truth, brother. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. So that's why we're here. That's why we're still on this earth. Like, we don't fit in, right? We're set apart. We have a different mission. But that's why we're here, to spread truth to the world that has been covered in lies. But it's facts, though. Like, for real. Yeah. It's a better way to live, and we should share that with people so people could be saved out of this dungeonous world, right? Like this world is like, sometimes it just makes you sick, some of the stuff you hear. If you listen to the news, some of the stuff makes you sick. Look at all these people, all the evil stuff they're doing. See, I don't get all caught up in that because I live in the world that's around me, right? And the world that God put me into. And I don't believe in the world on the media. I believe life happens in the here and now, in the present. Life isn't all the stories you read, all the stuff you see on your phone, all the stuff in the newspapers, all the stuff on TV. Life happens in front of your face, and that is your reality. And my reality, I don't see evil like that. I see people make mistakes. I don't see evil. I see people that might do bad things because they made a mistake. And my job is just to love them no matter what. And that's how I feel. That's how I truly operate. I'm not here to judge nobody. I've done a lot of bad stuff myself. Like, I'm not about to judge nobody. I lived a bad life for a while. I get it. So I'm not here gonna point no fingers or act like somebody is a worse person than anybody else. We're all here. And that's my reality, and I just live in it, and I just try to be good. It's so crazy having a different perspective. How I used to think was just like so selfish and so like goal oriented, in the fact where my goal was just being happy all the time and being high all the time, getting drunk all the time, and just like living it up, party music and dancing, and where's my next high? And now I look at things such a better perspective. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, boy. It's crazy. It's a blessing. It's not crazy. It's just a blessing. It's just wild how fast a transformation could take place. So now we got John 17, verse 20. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word. Ooh, this was a really good one. Because this made me feel really good. So he's saying he's not just praying for these set apart people, but also the people that believe in Jesus through their word. People that don't even know they believe in Jesus, right? But they believe through their word. People that are out here living that good life, doing everything with that perspective without really knowing where it comes from, right? Because it comes from Jesus. And he's saying those people that are like they might have fallen victim at a young age to a lie that they've been believing their whole life. Let's say they follow a different religion, but their heart aligns with Jesus. Jesus is also praying for them people, and he will bring them out of the world too. And that's what I got from this. I was like, wow, that's awesome. Because I always thought like it's not really fair, like for people that haven't been exposed to the truth, but have been amazing people, caretakers, people that are not selfish, people that are selfless, and just love unconditionally. Those people he's saying are going to be saved too, because like whether they knew it or not, and whatever, he's saying these people will be saved, right? Because ultimately the word is truth, and these people are living a righteous life by the truth, and they understand love. And people that understand love in the unconditional sense, in the selfless, in the sacrificial sense, will also be saved, and that's beautiful. So that's what I gathered from that little tidbit. So now we got John 17, verse 21. That they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me. Pretty self-explanatory. John 17, verse 23. I in them, and thou in me, that they may be made perfect in one, and that the world may know that thou hast sent me, and hast loved them as thou hast loved me. I already went over that. John 17, verses 25 through 26. O righteous Father, the world hath not known thee, but I have known thee, and these have known that thou hast sent me, and I have declared unto them thy name, and will declare it, that the love wherewith thou hast loved me may be in them, and I in them. So that's a little bit of a mouthful, but that's okay. So yeah, we know of God, but we don't know God. When we come to God, God can lead us to the truth so that ultimately we can be saved. And he's saying these people that God leads to Jesus, right? He's saying they know that you sent me, and I declared unto them your name, so now we know God through Jesus. That's really what it's saying. And will declare it, that the love wherewith thou hast loved me may be in them and I in them. So now the same way God loves Jesus, God can love us, because we know God through Jesus. And that's pretty much it. This was a longer video. I feel like I ranted a lot. Maybe did a little too much. I don't want your sympathy in the comments or anything like that. Like, I'm fine. For real. We all struggle with stuff. Just because I'm deciding to be open about it right now, I don't need any extra attention. Like, I'm sure you struggle with stuff too. So whatever. If you made it this far, if you listened to all that, it might have been too late. Maybe you already left a stupid comment that I'm going to have to be like, I don't need you. I'm just so harsh because I like to be independent. But with God, though, like, you feel me? Like, I'm trying to be one. So I'm not trying, like, and like, it's not gonna mean much to me, if I'm being honest. Like, if you say something nice, like, unless I know you or something, like, nothing's really gonna help me other than me. And I just need to hold on to hope, and that was what I was trying to say. Like, it's all about, it doesn't matter what you say. If I'm in a negative mindset, negative funk, nothing that used to make me happy can, because I'm mentally killing myself. Like, I'm just killing all positivity out of my life, all hope. Everything is getting sucked out. Nothing is good. My existence is terrible. Nothing's gonna help me in those scenarios. Like, you can't say anything to help me, so there's really no point. Only I can help myself, and I'm on this mission where I am getting helped, and I am helping myself through the power of God, and that's really the most important thing, is being able to help yourself. But I couldn't do it alone. Like, I truly believe that if I didn't find God, or if God didn't find me and lead me to Jesus and start living this life, I would be dead right now. Like, straight up. And I'm not even emotional when I say that, because it's really kind of just, it's not so emotional or heartfelt. It's just a fact at this point. Like when I've struggled with, like, thinking like I wasn't gonna make it, it was all way too emotional, where I was acting out of feelings. My feelings were ruling my head, but now I'm not even thinking about my feelings. I'm thinking about my reality, and the reality is, I wouldn't overcome without Jesus. At this point in my life, there's been way too much pain, and without Jesus, I would have definitely not made it. So it's a very important thing to have hope, and to have someone in your corner fighting for you that is spiritual and greater than yourself. And because this world is tough, and to not have God on your side is gonna lead to your demise eventually, if you don't find a way to start working with God and have God working with you. Give God an opportunity to save you, find you. You gotta reach out. God will reach back. So, thank you for watching this video. I love you guys, and I just hope that you can live a life full of love. So thank you. Peace.